Well, what a night that was.
I spent the rest of the night huddled in my wet weather gear.
My rig got caught in those overhanging branches.
I had the sensation of free falling.
Go dinghy cruising, y'all.
Just sit back and relax, don't worry. The world can wait. No need to hurry.
So we're back here at Violet Hill on Myall Lakes on a Monday, and there's nobody here. It's quite hot, 27 degrees. I think it's about 9 boats coming. It's going to get windy this afternoon and tomorrow, but then it should be better on Wednesday, Thursday. So we're just going for a bit of a sail. And Myall Lakes is a large lake system about 3.5 hours north of Sydney. The plan was just to go for a bit of a sail up this lake, as some of the others were staying at the campground at Violet Hill. There's probably 10 knots out here. It's meant to be 12, and then getting up to 17 later this afternoon. There's a few white caps and a bit of foam. There's some strong gusts, but not too bad. So I thought it was too strong to put the main up, so I'm just going with the Juno and the mizzen going along quite nicely. Down the lake and now we're heading back. The wind's picked up a little bit. Still only going with the Juno
Go all the way to...
So we had a good sail today on this lake, up to the end and back again. Probably doing 5 knots. We're out of the wind here at the moment, but tonight it's meant to swing round and be straight on the nose about 1 o'clock in the morning, so it could get a bit strong. But at the moment it's okay. So it's about 5 o'clock, or as we like to call it, beer time. So, what have you got for dinner, Chris?
Well, Paul, how are you this evening?
I'm good.
This evening we have Ben's original savoury chicken flavour rice with some sausages.
Vegetarian sausages?
And potatoes. And that's it, really. A hearty meal.
Slim pickings, eh?
Well,
can I point out that there's nothing green in there?
No, and followed with a gin and tonic. No green, sorry, no green. I've run out of greens today.
Cheza, what did you have for dinner?
It was chicken with a pasta and some cheese. Simple, all cold, didn't have to cook.
And then for dessert?
I had boysenberry yogurt. Or how do you say it? Yogurt. Yeah.
And then I just saw you eating a banana.
Oh, well, always have 2 desserts. Must. It's all healthy stuff.
I've just come back on board to cook dinner. And you know how I used to forget things? Well, I've forgotten the milk. So, dead potato with water. Don't know. But I'm going to have it with some nachos mix, which I've had before. Anyway, there's always something. Yummy. Oh, just put the coffee on. Well, what a night that was. The wind came up about 1:30 in the morning and it was a good 20-25 knots easy. Bouncing up and down on the bottom. Because you're so close to the shore, there's a lot of wave movement. And I was very close to the trees, so I had to get out and drag the anchor out and reposition the boat. The water was warm, but it was 2 o'clock in the morning, 1:30, 2 o'clock. So I repositioned the boat, got back in the boat, and then it was so strong I thought the boom tent was going to collapse. So then I had to take the boom tent down in the middle of the night. Got that down, put the hatch cover on, Then it started raining, and it rained probably for 3 or 4 hours or something. Not too heavy, but it rained. So everything out here got wet. I took the mozzie net off because it was so windy. I thought there's no mozzies. And then I woke up half an hour later with a mozzie inside the boat, which is very annoying. Anyway, today, clear blue skies. There's a little bit of wind already. Hopefully we'll have a good day. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I'm just having a coffee. John lent me some milk, so I've got some milk at least. But yeah, you wouldn't have thought so. And the thing is, like, I couldn't film any of it because it was survival mode and it was dark. So Rick, how'd you fare last night?
Got to say, having the fear of being washed ashore with my boat tent, I took it down, and then when the squall passed, I was so terrified of the potential of it happening again that I spent the rest of the night, unfortunately, huddled in my wet weather gear in an open boat.
Rain, mosquitoes, 25 to 30 knots southwesterly.
I had the sensation of free falling with every wave because because this is only a short boat, every wave I went over like that crashed down.
So
and I was in bed, free falling.
So the waves were what? The waves were what? 20 meters high, were they?
Well, we had a surf going through here, so yeah.
It was pretty rough.
I was moored roughly here, and then you can see where the barks come off the tree over there.
Oh my God.
And on the roots of the tree, I swung, and my rig got caught in those overhanging branches. I got out of bed as quick as I could, and I got my backup anchor, and I walked out about 50 metres there, and I set it way down there.
Rick, Terry tells me you were lying slightly about what happened last night.
Yeah, well,
What actually did happen?
I didn't really want to dob him in, but what had happened is that I woke up in the middle of the night with this gale blowing, and I thought that I'd actually dragging the anchor because I was in the white water, and I looked at Terry's boat, and I've obviously moved towards the shoreline because his is much further out than it was the night before, and it only discovered after a lot of frantic activity pulling in my boat tent so I didn't take off, etc., that he'd actually moved his boat out. So my terms of reference have just been ruined.
And that messed with
As
your
a
brain.
result, Terry's a lot to answer for.
Yeah.
Hey, I knew exactly I know what I'm doing.
So the plan was to leave Johnson's and head around to Corsman's Landing, which would be out of the northeasterly predicted for that night.
You must be motoring, are you, Paul?
Yeah, of course. Well, we've just turned around the headland to head down towards Corsman's. So the wind is sort of semi-behind us, but it's very gusty through here. So that's Cutler's Cottage. You can rent from National Parks. Very nice. Stayed there a few times. It's got its own jetty. I think it's 3 bedrooms, maybe 4. Very popular, so you've got to book up long in advance through the local real estate and Bulla dealer. So Chris, you got a new fridge.
Yes, it's a 15-litre brass monkey fridge. I have a 50 amp hour lithium battery. The battery's in here, in this box, custom built box. It's a 50 amp hour Renogy lithium ion battery with an isolation switch and fuses.
And where do you run the wiring?
I ran the wiring up through the void spaces here, all the way to the front. And I've got a solar controller up there
Yeah.
and a little panel on the other side. I have 2 solar panels to charge the battery when it's...
I haven't seen the vertical ones in J-Car at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what it was. And since it was the last one in stock and it was on the floor, he gave it to me for $100 off.
Wow.
Thank you, J-Car. Tarrant Point.
John, the last time I met you, you were sailing a shimmy.
That's right.
Where's the shimmy?
It's at home, still in perfect working order, but I decided not to use the shimmy for the raiding, which I really wanted to get involved with. It's a good boat for day sailing, and it has a good sleeping space for one person down the middle camping, but you still need a rig-a-boom tent, and it is a little tight for getting gear in a 12-foot boat.
So you got a Hartley, but this doesn't look anything like a Hartley 16.
No, I noticed that when I first saw it. I've had two Hartleys before, the conventional ones. This one's a lot different. It is quite a bit different. So I have a Hartley rig and a Hartley hull, but totally different here in the superstructure. Raised aft deck with a larger lazarette.
The gunnel looks a lot different.
It is, yes. The Hartleys normally have a flat cockpit seat, and it's very small coaming, particularly the ones that are raced, because people will hike out over them when they're pushing them hard. So this one, as I said, it raises it up. It gives us thick coaming with plenty of storage, and it also adds some reserve buoyancy if you do happen to put it on its beam ends, which I hope not to do. A cabin taken right out to the gunnel, so almost a flush kind of deck thing. And there's a well on the foredeck now.
And it's like the perfect size for dinghy cruising, because it's not too big to get on and off the trailer, but you seem to have heaps of room.
I do. I have plenty. If you look inside, it's been very nicely finished. There's a lot of good woodwork in there. We still have the two berths of the Hartley, two small galley units, which are mostly for storage. I tend to do my cooking outside in the cockpit, but I do food prep inside, as well as have two berths. I'm on my own, so I've got my guitar and other gear there, so I'm taking up more space than you would. Two people would still find it tight, but you could do it if you travelled light and had one guitar. The maiden voyage for this boat, I'm still finding a lot of things out about it. It sails pretty well. It stands up to the gusts well.
Yeah.
It's not the fastest in the light winds, but it goes where you guys go when the wind gets heavy.
Yeah.
But if you want to bring your partner cruising, a Jarcat 6 like Andrew's could be the go. At 6 metres, there's heaps of room.
It's enormous. Andrew's replaced all the windows. Solar panel. So Andrew's been up to the Great Keppels 4 times in this. Where was you been?
Whitsundays.
Whitsundays.
Malakuta, Gippsland Lakes. That's a 9.8.
And that pushes it on nicely?
Yeah. The Jarcats have been designed for that mating.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. Touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. No, no, no. I'm a rocket man. Rocket man. Here alone. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long, long time. And I think it's gonna be a long time.
This is my guitar camping stool.
How does it work? Oh my goodness.
That is a wreck.
It is.
There we are, dinghy cruisers. A very suitable stool.
And we shall collapse. Kmart special. They can thank me with some free advertising.
Very good.
Go dinghy cruising, y'all.
So tonight, because John's really interested, I'm going to have lentil cottage pie with some more Aldi dead potato. All credit to Terry. Terry lit the fire, but it isn't a fire pit in a national park, so it's all legal, and there's no fire ban.
On the other hand, the problem. The trouble with a lot of alloy is that
so it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's pretty early, but we're setting off now to sail back to Shelley. Beautiful morning, but there's meant to be 10 or 12 knots predicted, and it's already a bit out here. There's a few strong gusts coming through here. Probably doing 4 to 5 knots, I would say, without the Genoa up and a double reef main. Yeah, I don't want it any stronger, that's for sure. So we've come over to ticker a bit to get out of the southerly. So it swung around to the south. It was pretty hairy getting here, I'll be honest. Doing 360s and uncontrolled gyves and all that. It was quite interesting. But we're going to stay over here at ticker a bit. It's out of the wind. So, and the wind's going to be dropping this afternoon, so we might go over to Shelley later on. It's only about 11:30, 12 o'clock maybe.
They did a study on how the Australian accent came about, and it came about by people drinking too much, being drunk. Would you believe that?
Not really.
It's true. Is this a surprise?
It is true.
That the USA, without me knowing it, well, I had known that I had to be a dual.
What a difference a couple of hours make. This morning it was horrendous. It's 2 o'clock now, and the wind's died right down to maybe 4 knots, 3 or 4 knots, something like that. So we're just going for a sail. Still not a cloud in the sky. We'll swing round to the northeast later. So we're going to go to Shelley's, which is just over here. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Looks like they're burning off ahead. There's a bit of smoke. That's in the direction of Narani, the top end of the lake. Just come straight across from over there. Shelley's is over there where we're going to stay tonight. This is fantastic. Broad reach right the way across. Probably maybe 6 knots. It's a bit more than 5, I think. But a broad reach right the way across the lake. Fantastic. And Terry and I are pretty much staying together. We just dropped anchor and had a little swim in this bay. Pretty rocky on the bottom, no sandy beach, but it was pretty hot, so it's a nice relaxing swim. So we had a long sail today. We were up at 8 o'clock in the morning, came through Violet Hill, and it was really strong, the wind. We went to ticker a bit and sat it out for a bit, and then the wind dropped, so we decided to come up and go for a sail, and Terry and I went right the way across the far side, came back, and it's now about 7:30. We didn't get back here till about 6 o'clock, and the other guys came from Violet Hill straight across here. So we're just having dinner, watching the sunset. Tonight I'm going to have a paneer curry, another one of Phil's paneer curries, and couscous, because it's quicker than rice.
Paul, how are you this morning?
I'm very well, thank you, Chris. Did you have a good night's sleep?
I had a really peaceful night's sleep,
Yeah.
apart from 3 mosquitoes.
Oh,
But I managed, my net kept them out. And now I'm just having my Weet-Bix and a coffee.
very good.
So that's it. And I've already tidied up.
Oh,
Decamped.
yeah, because you've got to head back today, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got to head back.
Yeah.
I've got things to do.
So that's John in his Lapwing, I think it's called. It's a bit like a Corsound 17. That's a bit smaller. Beautiful looking boat. So Terry and I just went for a nice stand-up paddle just into the next bay. It was really nice. And now the wind's come up a little bit, so we're going for a sail up the lake towards Moraine. We probably won't get all the way, but it's going to pick up later this afternoon. But yeah, beautiful. So, I don't know, 10 o'clock maybe, something like that. Beautiful. It's a good 4 or 5 knots. Perfect. And not too gusty. Interesting sail. I've turned around to go back. Probably another half an hour before Narani. The wind is building. I got caught by a gust. Went around, took a whole lot of water over the side, stopped and bail out, pulled the floor up and bail out. Then realised I had to board a sponge and I've only got a bucket, so that took a while. Anyway, it's all good fun. Very hot, I'm getting burnt to a cinder, even with blockout on. But it is a beautiful day. Can't wait to get back and have a swim. I'm sure the others won't be far behind me. So if you like Sailing Kate Louise videos, please subscribe or leave a comment. I do reply to every comment. And if you want to send me a picture of your boat, small boat that is, when I get enough I'll put them in another group of owners' photos of boats. John, you've got a Lapwing, which is a slightly smaller Corsound 17 made by the same designer.
Yes, yeah, it is.
And how long have you, is this your first boat?
It is my first boat.
And how did you find it? Because people always want to know, how do you find boats?
A good old Facebook marketplace, and there's a for sale place for timber dinghies and wooden boats.
Did you look for long?
Oh, probably about 3-4 weeks.
Oh, that's quick.
Feels like a long time.
So you like the look of that and that's what you got?
I like that sort of boat, and then I asked everyone who I knew that sailed, and they sort of said, yeah, that should work.
Oh, they're great boats.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I'm very pleased.
Who built the boat?
A gentleman named Peter Batchelor down in Melbourne.
Right.
Yeah, and he's built a number of boats. He built a Corsound 17 before this, I know.
Right.
He sold that, and then he built this one. Now he's building a Corsound 17 with cabin. So,
wow.
And he's pretty close to finishing that too.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a good bloke.
Yeah?
He's got a full YouTube series on how he built it, so it's all out there.
What was it called again?
He's called Peter Batchelor, and I think if you look that up on YouTube, you'd get it.
Great.
Yeah.
So there's the sleeping platform. Heaps of room to sleep. Bit of boom tent. Well, I've just had dinner, which was nachos and a bit more dead potato, but unfortunately I had a cooking malfunction. I think when I took water on board, the gas cooker was sitting on the floor and water's got in, and obviously it's not working anymore, and I've tried to blow through it and that doesn't clear it. So I couldn't use the cooker, and I normally have a standby one and I forgot to bring that. So I had to go over to Terry and he had to cook dinner for me, which was very kind of him. Thank you, Tezza. No worries. Yeah, no worries, he said. Yeah, it was, it's a bit annoying. I've got it in the sun. Hopefully the sun will dry it out, but never happened before.
Here are some other sailors that love dinghy cruising from around the world.
Heading back. That was a very bumpy night last night, very strong. Well, we weren't that protected, put it that way, so bouncing around all the time. I was hitting the bottom, so I had to put more stern line out. And then we decided we're just going to sail back under jib this morning. It's straight back to Bartlett Hill because it's only going to get stronger today. There's already white caps out there. So yes, probably 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So I hope you enjoyed our little adventure up here at Myall Lakes. We had a pretty good time over the 4 days we were up here. So as always, thank you very much for watching Sailing Cape Louise, and I'll see you on the water somewhere next time.